Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Eric Ten Hag says Bruno Fernandes will remain Man United captain. Ten Hag has mentioned that is an inspiration. Recently, Man United got told to sack Bruno Fernandes as captain as Man United stars were irritated with Bruno Fernandes. It was disgraceful what Bruno Fernandes did in the 7-0 humiliation by Liverpool at Anfield. Fernandes nudged the assistant referee. Fernandes should have been sent off. Well, in fact, Man United should have been down to 8 men. The FA are not taking any action over the Bruno Fernandes incident. Bruno Fernandes did actually have a good-headed chance against Liverpool in that first half, just went wide. But Fernandes, I highly rate him. He's a good player. He looks a far superior player without Ronaldo in the team. Revert back to when Ronaldo was at Man United, we couldn't get the best out of Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes has been a Manchester United player for over 2 years. Manchester United got him from Sporting Lisbon back in January 2020. He's predominantly a number 10, but quite a few times he's played on that right-hand side, played on the left-hand side against Liverpool. So anyway, that's the news on him. Now, Anthony Martial returns to full Man United training. Martial was recently injured. He's been hampered with injuries this season. I reckon Martial will leave the club in the summer if Manchester United get a striker in. Martial has been at Manchester United since 2015. Man United got him from Monaco. The best season Martial enjoyed was his debut season under Louis van Gaal. Van Gaal was the one that brought Martial in. Martial is under contract with Man United till 2024. Of course, last season, Martial was out on loan with Sevilla. So Martial could play a part against Real Betis tomorrow night in the Europa League round of 16 first leg. Eriksen is still out with an ankle injury. It said he's out until April or early May. Van der Beek, of course, is out till the end of the season with a knee injury. Wouldn't start anyway because Van der Beek is a squad player. Van der Beek is another player who I'm expecting to leave in the summer. It's mentioned that Casemiro could miss the first leg against Real Betis because he picked up an injury against Liverpool at Anfield. Plus he's one booking away from a European suspension. Back in February, Casemiro served a 3-match ban in the league. We are aware of the difference Casemiro makes in that midfield. And Lindelof missed the game at Anfield because he picked up a knock. Manchester United need to bounce back from that 7-0 humiliation by Liverpool at Anfield on Sunday. I'm confident Manchester United will bounce back because Man United have had quite a few setbacks this season and recovered well. After the 7-0 thrashing by Liverpool. You know, Eric Ten Hag accused Manchester United of being unprofessional. And he said, we lost our heads. Don't forget, Eric Ten Hag has warned Man United players that if it was to happen again, they would be put in the under-21s. So I like Ten Hag being very ruthless. Manchester United got to the last 16 of the Europa League by beating Barcelona in the round of 32. It was 4-3 on aggregate to Man United. Man United won the second leg against Barcelona 2-1 at Old Trafford. It was 2-2 at the Nou Camp in the first leg. I think Man United have got a chance of winning the Europa League. There's still some good teams in it. The last time Man United won the Europa League was back in 2017 under Jose Mourinho. But I am expecting us to beat Real Betis. You know, like I've mentioned, Real Betis are not a good team, but they're not a bad team either, so they're average. You know, Real Betis did beat Manchester United in a friendly last year, 1-0. Real Betis are like 5th in La Liga. They drew their last game in La Liga with Real Madrid 0-0. That was a good point for Real Betis. You know, the Real Betis manager is Manuel Pellegrini. You know, he's been the Real Betis manager since August 2020. So he's been the Real Betis manager for over 2 years. He's under contract with Real Betis till 2025. He's managed a lot of clubs, Manuel Pellegrini. Managed in the Premier League before. He managed West Ham, managed Man City, won the Premier League when he was Man City manager. So they're the clubs he's managed in the Premier League before. Managed the likes of Real Madrid, Villarreal, Malaga, River Plate, and there's other clubs he's managed. The players Real Betis have got, you know, they've got the likes of Luis Henrique, Rodri, Juanmi, Juan Cruz. He's been injured he's had a hamstring injury. William Jose, Sergi Canales, he's available for this game. He's just come back from injury. Perez, Real Betis have him on loan from Leicester. William Carvalho, Nabil Fekir, he definitely won't be playing any part in this game because he's out with injury until early September. Real Betis got Nabil Fekir from Lyon. So there are quite a few of the players that Real Betis do have. Manchester United's next game in the league is Southampton. And we should be winning that one. Despite the 7-0 thrashing by Liverpool, doesn't change my perception on Ten Hag. You know, Man United must still trust Eric Ten Hag. The question is, can he trust his players? You know, you can see the progress Ten Hag has made this season. You know, he's won us the Carabao Cup. That was his first trophy as United manager. And it was Man United's first trophy in 6 years. He's got us to the quarterfinals of the FA Cup, where we'll play Fulham, last 16 of the Europa League, and got us up to 3rd in the league. If Ten Hag can get another trophy on the board this season and get us in the top 4, then I'll underline that and say that's a good first season as Man United manager, then obviously build from that. It'd be remarkable if Ten Hag could win the quadruple in his first season, but that's obviously not going to happen. But Ten Hag is certainly our best manager since Ferguson. You know, he's like 11 months now into his reign as Man United manager. He got appointed in as the Man United manager in April last year. He's under contract with Man United until 2025. You know, Ten Hag was the one that replaced Ralph Rangnick. Ten Hag, of course, has brought players to Manchester United. In January, brought Sabitzer in on loan, Weghorst in on loan and Jack Butland in on loan. Unfortunately, in January, he didn't make any permanent signings. But revert back to last summer, Ten Hag brought the likes of Malaysia in, Lisandro Martinez, Ericsson, Casemiro, Anthony, and he brought the Bravka in last summer. Ten Hag has spent over 200 million so far as Man United manager. Let me put into the equation that Ten Hag has got rid of a lot of players as well. But in the summer, you know, Ten Hag is looking to make some more signings. He's looking to bring a central striker in and a central midfielder. On my last video, I gave you the news on Harry Kane and Victor Osimhen. It said Man United confident of signing Harry Kane in the summer if Tottenham finish outside the top 4. Tottenham could lower their 100 million asking price for Kane if they fail to secure Champions League football for next season. So Man United may get him for around 85 million. You know, I'd love Man United to get Harry Kane in. He'd guarantee us at least 20 goals a season. Kane is regarded as one of the best strikers in the world. Harry Kane has been at Tottenham for 19 years. He joined Tottenham's youth set up in 2004, broke into their senior squad back in 2009. Kane, of course, in the Premier League has made 305 appearances, scored 201 goals. Don't forget he broke Jimmy Greaves' record. He got his 200th goal for Tottenham in Tottenham's 1-0 win against Man City. Kane is under contract with Tottenham until 2024 and he earns £200,000 a week. He's won the Golden Boot a few times at Tottenham. Before, Kane had loan spells with Leyton Orient, Millwall, Norwich and Leicester. Tottenham will really struggle, you know, without Harry Kane unless they get a good replacement. Man United have done transfer business with Tottenham before. Don't forget, a lot of years ago we got Michael Carrick off them and Dimitar Berbatov. But it's hard to do transfer business with Tottenham because Daniel Levy is very ruthless when it comes to transfers. And Victor Osimhen recently said he will dream of playing in the Premier League. Chelsea are also in for Victor Osimhen. You know, Victor Osimhen has been at Napoli since 2020. He's been at Napoli over 2 years. He's got 2 years left on his contract at Napoli. Napoli got him from Lille for a club record fee of €70 million. I think add-ons were included. But Victor Osimhen had cost a good 70 million at least. And we recently revived our interest in Frenkie de Jong. He said the Barcelona midfielder is eager to play alongside Casemiro. On the other side of things in the summer, Ten Hag will be getting rid of more players. It's mentioned that he's put around 6 or 7 players up for sale to fund summer spending. So yeah, in the summer, like I've said, I think Ten Hag will get rid of Maguire. Maguire's being put up for sale. Said the other week Maguire will lose Man United 40 million if he leaves in the summer as expected. Ten Hag will get rid of Dean Henson permanently. He's on loan with Forest at the moment. He'll get rid of Alex Telles permanently. Telles is out on loan with Sevilla. He'll get rid of Eric Bailly permanently. Eric Bailly's out on loan with Marseille at the moment. I think he could get rid of Van Wan-Bissaka. He'll get rid of Phil Jones. Yeah. Yeah, he'll get rid of Phil Jones. Think he'll get rid of McTominay, get rid of Van der Beek, get rid of Martial, get rid of Alanga, get rid of Tom Eaton. So there you go. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel if you do consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless.